Welcome to part 2 of our 3-part video overview series on the Smart Tracker, Multilink's versatile remote power manager. If you haven't seen the first part yet, please give it a watch by clicking the button on your screen. In it, we went over the Smart Tracker's hardware features and showed how to configure the unit to work with its handy embedded web page. Today we will walk viewers through this web page to explain its various features and capabilities. The Smart Tracker's web page features 11 different subpages that allow users to see pertinent information about or make changes to their Smart Tracker. Here we will provide a brief overview of each page. The summary page is the first page users will see after entering the Smart Tracker's IP address in their browser's address bar. In the center are the unit's general parameters, like the unit's name and location, as well as power information like voltage and current. On the right is an interactive Google Maps widget that shows where the Smart Tracker is currently located. Below that are status indicators showing whether different Smart Tracker components are on or off. If the square next to a component is green, then it's active. If the square is red, then it's inactive. It's important that the device time displayed here is correct so that scheduled power events can occur properly. Multilink recommends the user set up an NTP server address under unit configuration for each tracker, which will automatically update the Smart Tracker's time and date periodically, as well as whenever the unit restarts. If no NTP server is accessible and the user has already logged in once before, an update time button will appear next to the device settings. Upon navigating away from the summary page to any other page, the user will be prompted to enter credentials. The default username is user and the default password is Multilink. Once this information is entered and users click login, they'll be able to navigate to any page with unlimited access. When ready to log out, users can click the More tab in the top right-hand corner of the page and select Log Out. Also under the More tab is the Change Password page. Multilink recommends you go here the first time you set up each unit and change the password to enhance security. Changing the password requires users to enter their old password as well as a new one that follows the criteria set out on this page. Click on the Control tab to find different pages that let you make changes to the Smart Tracker remotely. First up is the Outlets page. The Smart Tracker features 8 independent 515p power outlets with LEDs next to them so you know when they're on. From this page, users can change the name of outlets to keep track of connected devices. Users can also turn each outlet on or off at any time. If the square next to an outlet is green, the outlet is on, but if it's red, it's off. Or reset the outlet after a customizable amount of time. Click the More button next to the name to enter additional information like the model and serial number of connected devices, and assign various actions that you've created via the scheduling page. And be sure to hit Save at the bottom to prevent changes from resetting when you're done. The Relays page is below the Outlets page in the Control tab. The Smart Tracker is a Phoenix Contact terminal plug that includes 8 output relays. Relays can be used to control traffic controllers, fan kits, lights, power supplies, and other auxiliary equipment. Like the Outlets page, users can rename their relays, turn them on or off whenever they choose, or reset them after a certain period of time. Again, click More to enter additional information about each relay and set actions that you've specified on the scheduling page to occur. Again, be sure to click Save if you make any changes. Next up is the Inputs page. Input contacts are used to indicate the state of an event or action that is external to the Smart Tracker, like a UPS system being activated or temperature changing. Each input includes 2 mating contacts to attach wiring to. Like the Outlets and Relays pages, users can change the name of their input to reflect what it does and enter additional information about it by clicking the More tab. Here, users can also specify which actions they want to occur when an input is active or when there is continuity between both wires of the input's mating contacts. The scheduling page allows users to automate tasks to occur at specific times and days. Here, users can create, edit, or delete a trigger action or a scheduled event. A trigger action allows secondary actions to occur when an outlet or input becomes active. Click Create Trigger, then select the type of action you want to occur, as well as which outputs it should occur with and how long of a delay before said action takes place. Users can choose and arrange between 0 seconds, which will cause the action to occur immediately, and 3600 seconds, which is an hour delay. So, for example, if I wanted to create an event that resets outlet 1 for 30 seconds, I could do it like this. Any actions you create will be listed on the scheduling page. All aspects of an action can be edited at any time, and an action can be permanently deleted from the Smart Tracker's webpage. From this page, users can also store up to 1,000 scheduled events for each Smart Tracker at one time and delete or edit them. Click Create Schedule to see a list of options. Specify a name and then set how often each event should occur down to the day of the month, day of the week, hour, and minute. Choose between different tasks, similar to the trigger action options, and choose which of the 8 outputs or relays will be affected by the task. Multiple outputs can be selected at once. Click Submit to create the event. Next is the System page. The shutdown feature allows for authorized remote shutdown prior to disconnecting the Smart Tracker from AC power, and should only be used when a technician is present on site to remove power from the Smart Tracker. It causes all outlets, relays, and network connectivity features to become inactive. The reboot option will remotely restart the Smart Tracker. Moving on to the Configuration tab, the first page is the Unit Configuration page, which allows users to modify a wide variety of location information and temperature thresholds. Turn email notifications on or off, set the address of an available NTP server to keep the Smart Tracker's date and time settings current, and enable external sensors to see external temperature and humidity. The email configuration page includes options for sending email notifications when certain events take place with the Smart Tracker. Users can add email recipients and configure SMTP settings. Be sure to send the test email to a recipient to confirm whether emails have been configured properly or not. Next up is the network configuration page, which is where users can go to see their unit's current IP address, network mask, default gateway, and MAC address, as well as choose between DHCP or static connection types, or set a new IP address, net mask, and gateway. Simple Network Management Protocol provides operating parameters, device information, and current status of each outlet, relay, and input over a network connection. The Smart Tracker's SNMP capabilities require use of a management information base, which you can find in the description of this video. Here, users can change various settings related to SNMP, like community string, username, trap port, authentication settings, and privacy settings. The Manage page gives users control of and information about the Smart Tracker's firmware version, but only if the unit is using firmware version 1.1.1.0 or later. Download or update a file with the current configuration settings to make it easier to set up multiple Smart Trackers. Users can download a new firmware update zip file and remotely upload it to each Smart Tracker. Multilink will inform users via email whenever a firmware update is available. The last section of the Smart Tracker's webpage displays a list of events that have transpired with the unit. Thousands of events can be listed here, with the most recent appearing at the top. Users can select how many entries should show up per page here, and clear the log entirely using this button if they choose. This concludes part 2 of our Smart Tracker video overview series. In the next and final part, we will demonstrate real-world usage of the Smart Tracker to tie everything that you've learned together. Thanks for watching, and look forward to next time.